The City of Hurst recently finalized their annual strategic and financial planning efforts with the adoption of the budget and financial plan for fiscal year 2020, which begins October 1st. The city follows an annual process to evaluate services, obtain feedback from our community, focus our planning, and develop an annual budget which provides for responsive services and effective programs to ensure that Hurst remains a vibrant community. Along with the budget, the City Council also adopted a tax rate necessary to fund that budget. So what does that mean for you? For starters, it means the city will continue to provide excellent public safety, focus on redevelopment, including community programming and events, recruit and retain top talent and leadership to serve our community, create a spirit of innovation, promote economic vitality, and continue to invest in infrastructure. Incidentally, those 6 items are also the basis of our strategic plan, which guides us in pursuit of our mission and vision. We use these priorities to develop the annual budget and work plan, but where did these priorities come from? Well, in short, they came from you. Those of you who participated in our citizen survey or town hall forum had a direct impact upon the strategic plan. 9 out of every 10 Hurst residents said they were satisfied with the quality of life here in Hurst. Redevelopment is the most critical issue citizens are concerned about. Citizens were very satisfied with services in general, with fire, police, and community services ranking the highest. And planning and zoning, redevelopment, code enforcement, and streets and sidewalks were also recognized for their service efforts in our community. While connecting community input to our plans is at the heart of the annual process, this year presented some unique challenges. By the end of the 2019 Texas legislative session, an unprecedented number of city-related bills were passed. While the city is accustomed to adapting to changes in state law, this year's legislative session had a much greater impact on our budget than in past years. Some of the most significant impacts include a reduction in franchise fee revenue, elimination of red light cameras, expanded benefits for our police, fire, and EMS employees, and expanded training requirements for all city employees. These mandates come at a time where we are experiencing a transformation in consumer behavior. This change is impacting the city's collection of sales tax revenue. Additionally, legislative reform and other changes within the criminal justice system continue to adversely affect the city's ability to fund associated operations. Under the City Council's strategic direction and using what we learned with your input, the city staff compared needs to our available resources and developed a fiscal year 2020 general fund budget of just over $37.5 million, which is only a 1.24% increase over the previous year. The budget includes funding for continued road maintenance and enhancements, including funding for an additional $2 million investment in streets and drainage projects. Also, it includes other investments in critical water and wastewater infrastructure to continue to provide quality utility services. Funding for the construction of a new animal services and adoption center, plus the purchase of critical fire and EMS equipment, which will enhance and improve our service levels. Newly mandated crime reporting will also be implemented and comes at a time when we are seeing decreased crime in Hurst. Our economic development incentives with developers, the Northeast Mall, and entertainment venues that keep Hurst vibrant and connected to our community. These public-private partnerships are important as we focus on renewal and redevelopment. We will remain active in pursuing the partnerships that support our redevelopment efforts. Technology improvements in the parks and planning and community development departments will improve customer service. Department reorganizations, management of mandatory fire and EMS schedules, and other internal efficiencies created savings to help offset the cost of legislative mandates. Other investments include a neighborhood outreach program and energy efficiency efforts that are already returning savings at our conference center. Finally, a cost of living adjustment to help ensure recruitment and retention of top talent necessary to help us provide the services you've come to value and expect from the City of Hurst. We were able to continue funding the services that you've come to expect with a budget increase of only 1.24%. Some of you may be asking, how will this affect my taxes? That's a great question. The Council adopted a tax rate of 59.7 cents, which will be used to offset many of the mandates enacted by the state legislature and to support the voter-approved bonds for the upcoming Animal Services and Adoption Center and other infrastructure investments. Hurst continues to be a desirable location for homes and businesses. The strength of our location and resulting property values means that Hurst is a good investment now and in the future. We will rely on that strength to support the general fund as we work through the impact of the challenges we mentioned. The Council continues to be committed to our strategic plan and approve the new tax rate to ensure continuation of the municipal services you enjoy. While it is difficult to put a dollar value on services like police and fire, we've determined the daily cost to the average household in Hurst. The average taxable value of a home in Hurst is just over $161,000. This means that your tax bill for services from the City of Hurst would be about $960, which is less than 25% of your total tax bill. The majority of your property tax payment goes to other taxing entities, with the school district receiving the largest share. Let's take a look at the value of service you receive compared to the amount you pay in taxes. Property taxes paid to the city average around $2.50 per day for our residents. So for about the cost of a cup of coffee in the morning, you'll receive all of the following services: fire and EMS, police, court, animal services, the library, the senior center, parks and recreation, streets and sidewalks, planning and community development, economic development, and professional staff to ensure that we can provide those services. That seems like a solid bargain. We've quickly covered the general fund budget, which provides for the majority of city operations. We do have other dedicated sources of funding, such as the Enterprise Fund, the Community Services and Anti-Crime Half-Cent Sales Tax Funds, and the Debt Service Fund. Full budget details are in the annual budget and can be found online at hursttx.gov/budget. We hope this video helps you understand more of what the Council has approved for the fiscal year 2020 budget. Be sure to sign up for alerts at hursttx.gov/getconnected and follow us on social media for all the latest news, information, and updates. Thank you for choosing to make Hurst your home. We look forward to hearing from you in our next survey and seeing you at the 2020 Town Hall Forum.